that's completely fair because the thing is that when there's a loss, it's not just a game or a season that's lost. It's unfortunately, and I don't want to get too emotional here, but it's a lot of relationships, and that's what it comes down to, right?
Yeah, that's what makes this so hard, right? Is uh, we had such a good group this year. I love every one of those guys in that room. And it's likewise. You can truly say that, and you can't say that every year. That's what makes it so hard when it's ending. There's a lot of turnover in this league year to year, and it was such a special year, and it was such a fun year, and uh, everyone really loved each other in that room. We were more than friends in that room, So hard part is just how sudden it is now. You're with each other every day for, I don't know, since the beginning of September, right? So every day you're with each other, and then season ends, and you got a couple of days to wrap things up here, and then everyone's gone for the summer, and there's a lot of turnover. So it's tough. You never want it to end, and just thankful that I was able to be a part of this group, and I'm going to cherish it. It was a truly special year.
I do want to get into one thing. When you kill the first penalty right, 9 seconds into the game, that's a tough 8 ball to be behind. They score, and then it happens again. A power play that you stop them, but they score. Did you feel the game slipping away at any point here tonight? Or when?
I don't know. I mean, you don't want to spot them goals, right? We did it in game 3 too. Like they don't need much to score. And they came out flying tonight. We knew there was going to be a response from them, and there was. And they potted a couple early and kind of had us on our heels there for a little bit. And when they get the lead, they're a tough team to play against. They play so well defensively. In their D zone, they do a really good job of fronting pucks and kind of clogging up the middle and taking care of their net front and all that. So obviously you don't want to give them 3-4 goal lead like we did tonight. 1-2, that's manageable. Obviously not ideal to go down that early, but we kind of had to stop the bleeding there, and I guess you got to credit them for continuing to push and getting that lead. But I give ourselves credit. We dug ourselves off the floor there and pushed there in the second period and tried as best as we could to give ourselves a chance there.
The sadness of the sudden end, as you mentioned, but you can look back on this season and there's so many things to be proud of. Again, it's an abrupt ending, but there's so many things to be proud of this year, and that's again why it's so hard to end.
Yeah, there is. I mean, you look at where we were from day one to now, right? Both individually and as a team. I think, guys took a lot of steps this year. Every guy in that room. You look at first year guys from where they started to where they are now. They're huge parts of our team, and we're not where we are right now, and we don't get to the point that we did this year without those guys growing like they did, and huge parts of our team. And then we just had such a good group of guys from the leadership all the way on down. Just a great group. There's really nothing else I can say. It was there was never a bad day at the rink. It was always fun to wake up in the morning and come to the rink, whether we were winning or losing or what have you. It was just an awesome group to be a part of, fun group to come to the rink and hang out with every day and just try to get better with every day. And again, that's why it's so hard to see it end. Is guys really enjoyed being around each other, and we'll cherish these next couple of days that we have here.
Kevin, thanks so much for the time all season long. Appreciate it. You're as good a leader as I've ever been around. Thank you for everything, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, Simsy. I appreciate it.
Admirals Captain Kevin.
Captain Carl said that he truly thought that this was a group that could win the cup, and you could tell that it wasn't coach speak. Those were very heavy words from him. Is there a defining characteristic of that locker room that makes you feel the same, that this was a team that could have gone all the way?
I think there's a couple things, right? It's one, the care that everyone has for each other. I touched on it earlier that's not the case every year, where guys are 100% bought in and going towards the same goal. That can be rare where you have that feeling in the room. And no matter the situation we got in, we kind of always had that quiet confidence that we were going to dig ourselves out of it, whether it was in a game, a series, a low point in the season. We kept that mentality where we were going to figure it out, and more times than not, we did. Our backs were up against the wall a lot in this run here, and climbed ourselves out of it. We just had a really good team. That also helps, right? Guys were unselfish. They played for each other. They wanted to do the little things. They didn't care who was scoring. All those cliches, but they ring true, right? They actually do matter, and you need those. You need guys knowing what their roles are and playing to their roles and being committed to that. And from start to finish, we had that. And I know I'm sounding like a broken record here, but I can't speaking out about the group that we had and how fun it was to be a part of that group. And I'm gonna miss playing with these guys.
Carl walked in here, and you can tell that he was emotional. I'm sure you've had coaches who are not like that. I mean, that's probably the minority in that regards. What is it like to have, a head coach like that who is clearly as invested as you guys are?
Yeah, he cares, right? That's all he wants as a player, is he cares, and all those guys do. It's Carl, it's Scott, and it's Greg. They all care, and we'd do anything for that group of guys. We'd run through a wall for those guys, and they do the same for us. And it just goes back to what I've been saying. The group has been unreal, and it's not just the guys in the room. It's the coaching staff, it's the training staff, it's all those guys. It's just been so fun, and there's a lot of tears in the room right now. Guys are emotional, and it sucks. No one wants to see the season end, and we ran into a really good team over there in Coachella, really good team. So I don't think there's really anything to hang our heads about. Obviously, we fell short of where we wanted to go here. We wanted to be playing a little bit longer here, so that's what stings. We did feel like we had the group, and it's hard to get to this point. That's what makes it hard as well, is you never know if you're getting back to this point. Obviously, you're going to do whatever you can to get back here, right? So, but it hurts, and it's going to hurt for a little bit, and it's supposed to hurt.
What's something that you learned about yourself as a player this season?
I'm getting a little bit older now, right? So it's I'm kind of on the other side of look towards more of a leader in the room now. Obviously it's my first year being a captain of a team, so just try to kind of go about my business every day and just be a good pro and be a good role model for the young guys, and kind of just show them how to be a good pro. Some days are hard to come to the rink, and it gets to be a grind. It's a long season, and those are the days that you got to show up and really put your work in. And that's when you come out on the other side of it, it feels that much better. It's a long year, and when you see the rewarding stuff at the end of the year is what makes that much more special. And hopefully those guys felt the same way. I did my best to just be a good teammate, be a good guy around the room, and try to lead by example on the ice. So, hopefully they felt that I did that. But it wasn't just me. We had a great group. We had a great core of leadership guys, not just the guys with letters on their chest. There's a lot of guys in that room that led in their own way. So, great group, really special group.
A lot of first-year players this year, and Carl credited the leadership group for bringing them into the fray. How easy was that task with this set of first years?
Yeah, they're big parts of our team, right? You just look at where all of them were from the start of the year to the end of the year. You look at Z this playoff. He drug us into the fight pretty much every night. Shafe, the confidence that he's playing with now compared to where he started at the beginning of the year. Kimmy, Svechkov was an unbelievable player for us down the stretch here, right? So all those guys grew into huge parts of our team, and I don't think you can call them rookies. They were eating big minutes for us, scoring big goals. On the PK, everything for us. So. Like I said before, we're not in this position if it's not for those guys. They were a huge part of our hockey team, and they showed up every day wanting to get better and wanting to be a part of this team. Sometimes that's hard. They see what's going on around the league, whether they want to be called up or what. They showed up every day and they wanted to be here, and they put in their work, and it showed on the ice with how much they improved and how much they helped our hockey team this year.